Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today is a big harvest day. Going to be taking out all of my collards, cabbages, and garlic, and I'm going to be taking a lot of leaves for my kale, maybe some beets too, depending on what size they are. One quick tip, anytime that I'm spraying neem oil or other sprays on my plants, right over there are some collard green plants. Actually, those whole plants are good to get removed. But if I'm spraying on my kale that I grow through the season, before I put the oils down or the dust down, harvest everything you want for that week, and then put your sprays down. And this way you have to do less washing. And I'm basically getting the whole space ready for the warm season. You know, I have a lot of the warm season crops growing already, obviously. May even pull out some potatoes. We'll check those, see if they're ready. They may not be ready for another week or so. All this leafy greens, for example, are gonna get sprayed with neem oil. I'm doing a new video on that today or tomorrow. But don't spray the neem now, or don't spray your oils now, or don't put your dust down now. Take everything you need off the leafy greens and then go ahead and spray. So we're going to be thinning out this row of leaves. All this cabbage is coming out over here, more cabbage plants right in there, and then even some mini cabbage plants. So let me get to harvesting and I'll show you what I pull out of the garden. Just wanted to show you the red Russian kale. You can see how massive the plants got down here. So lots of leafy greens, going to be sharing them with friends, going to be freezing them, and maybe I'll get in there and pull out some of the beets. This is a great way to move all your cabbage. This year I grew a couple different varieties. My favorite is the early Jersey Wakefield. Nice and dense, compact. I think I'm going to grow that exclusively next year. The other tip I have is make sure you harvest in the morning. Your plants are going to be full of the most moisture, they're going to store well, and they're going to pick well. So this is a pretty good size morning harvest. I gave some of it away already. A friend came by. Cylindrical beets, if you're not familiar with them, instead of round, they're more like cylinders. They're nice and large. I'll be cooking those tonight, roasting them on a grill actually. A couple different kinds of cabbage. I'm going to be sticking with, as I said, the early Jersey, nice and dense and compact, and I'm just going to grow the purple. What I notice is the purple cabbages seem to be bothered less by insects. This is a Dutch flathead, not as dense, takes up a lot of space, and the worms and slugs seem to be able to get inside of it easier. Now, everybody loves organic gardening, so when I give this away to friends, they love that, except they don't like all the bugs and insects. So one tip I have is wash everything outside, process it, clean it up. There's the pile over there of cabbage leaves and kale and stuff that will actually go to my worms for worm composting. So wash it up outside, your friends will appreciate it. It's also a lot easier than, you know, trying to do this in the house. Kohlrabi, if you're not familiar with it, look how large that is. This is actually the last one for this part of the season, but I'll plant it again in August, so subscribe. I'll be planting an entire fall garden. Red Russian kale, collard greens, lacinato kale, plenty of greens. They will be, like I said, I'll be giving them away to friends. I'll be freezing some of them. I'll be cooking a lot of them. So I'm really excited. Nice basic harvest of your cool weather cabbages, leafy greens, kohlrabi. And this is how I like to harvest the leafy greens, the collards and kales before I put down the oil. So I'll have plenty for a week. Plenty in the freezer. I'll let the oils do what they need to do, and I'm not going to need to really harvest while the oils are still working. I like to give it about a week before I harvest again. Hope you enjoyed the video. This gives you some ideas of what you can grow in your garden, what you can harvest in the middle of June. Thanks for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.